Hey people, what's up? It's Jamil, and I wanted to make a video on some woman named Willow the Warrior or whatever. A lot of people contacted me and said that they read a comment of hers on that guy from England, his channel, speaking about me. And this is the thing. I'm one individual. I go out and I do interviews with dozens of people. I do interviews with independent scholars. I do interviews with professional entertainers. I do interviews with targeted individuals all over the world. People from all walks of life contact me. In today's world, 90% of the communication that I receive is from people claiming to be victims of organized stalking. So I sit back and listen to everybody's story for hours and hours and hours and hours. I do interviews to educate the public on organized stalking for hours and hours and hours and hours. Most people that I know, most people that I grew up with, couldn't hold a 5-minute interview. They couldn't go on the internet and do an interview with Laura Eisenhower for 3 minutes. They couldn't do an interview with Jordan Maxwell for 1 minute. They wouldn't even know what to say. They couldn't sit down and do countless interviews with strangers and listen to their stories and help them articulate their problems. They couldn't go on the internet and do interviews with famous rappers or entertainers and sit there and talk about what the music industry was doing in 1992 or whatever. They just don't have the ability to do it. It's not that they're stupid necessarily. It's just that they don't have the ability to do it. They don't know. Their mind doesn't have the ability to make that happen. It's just, it would take them a lot of practice to do it. I sit there and interview people and do educational documentaries for people all the time. Countless people contact me, and most of them just want me to hear their story first, for no reason. They say, oh yeah, Jamil on YouTube, I'm going to contact Jamil and explain to him my story because I need somebody to vent to. So I have to sit there and listen to a bunch of negative energy from people whose lives have been destroyed by the government. And a lot of times in the end, I get blamed for it because no one else cares. I'm the person who cares. I'm the person who's listening. So somebody wants to find some sort of fault in me. This woman, Willow Warrior, she contacted me. I'm not sure how I came across her. Maybe we came across her in the comment section. She probably emailed me from one of my interviews. So I put my email address out there for people, which is fine. But I remember I spoke to her a few different times on Facebook, and she told me she wanted to take my course. She said, Jamil, I want to take your course on beating gang stalking. And I said, well, okay, if you want to take my course on beating gang stalking, you're going to have to come meet me in person. I'm not going to sit there and do like 50 hours over the phone with somebody I don't even know. For no, like what am I supposed to do? Sit on the phone with somebody I don't even know for 50 hours or 40 hours or 30 hours or 100 hours and explain to them my perception of organized stalking. And that's what my interviews are for. So I told this woman, I said, okay, come meet me in person. This is a grown woman living on her own. She was homeless. She was living out of a van. And she was sending me photographs of neighborhood watch signs in her neighborhood and asking me all sorts of questions about it, saying she was being gang stalked and she wanted to get through it. So I said, come meet me in person. And lo and behold, she said, well, I don't have the money to do it. I can't come meet you. And then we were also talking, what were we talking about? We were talking about healing. I was telling her the best way to heal from trauma is do what like the Iraq veterans do and do what a lot of Vietnam veterans and people with post-traumatic stress disorder do. Use the HemiSync technology, the binaural beats that lower stress and create a healthy environment. And you can listen to that throughout your day. And I told her that was what I was working on, and I asked her if she could donate. I said, even if you can donate only $1, it would go to helping people. And so after that, we talked a little bit more, and then the Facebook I was using at the time, I kept getting spam sent to the Facebook, so I ended up deleting the Facebook. Then she sent me an email after that, or no, she sent me a text message. This was back in the summer of 2018. She sent me a text message asking me did I block her from Facebook, and I said no, I deleted my Facebook. And then she never asked me anything else. And then one of my subscribers asked me about the woman, said the woman was commenting on that Obsoletist guy's page saying, oh yeah, Jamil Rawls is a scam artist and trying. That's the type of feedback and the type of reactions I get from people that I don't know. It happens all the time. I can sit there and do interviews with people and help people from all over the world, and for some reason, if an individual feels like they didn't get the most out of me, then they can sit there and just berate me and talk about me like a dog. She doesn't have dozens of interviews up. Willow the Warrior has like one interview up. She said in the comment section that she was my friend. She wasn't my friend. I don't know her. She's not my friend. I wouldn't be friends with somebody I don't even know. You see what I'm saying? So if people do this all the time. They contact me for assistance. They contact me for help. And I'm supposed to sit there for hours. And she doesn't have any. She got one video up on her channel, which is a good thing. If she's being gang stalked, it's good that she wants to help people. But she has one video up. I have dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of hours and hours and hours of videos with people, with interviews with individuals and videos by myself, just sitting there educating people, listening to people. You know, that's my advice to people. That's my advice to people. Go do what I do. Go get on the internet. And that's what she said when I was talking to her. That's exactly what she said. She said, I want to do what you do. I want to go do. Well, go do it then. You know, that's how I feel. A lot of people contact me and say, oh, Jamil, you know, you're doing these target individual interviews and courses. I want to do what you do. Well, then go do it. Go do it. Go do it. Go explore and go help people, and you'll figure out how difficult it really is. You'll have people the same way these people act towards me. They'll have people just like that coming after them. You know, they'll have that. Somebody like Willow, she'll have 15, 20 obsoletists coming after her. You see what I'm saying? She'll have a million different people talking to her crazy on the internet. You know, following her around lights and all this crazy ass stuff. And they got the nerve to sit there and berate me and put me down some total stranger who makes some stupid ass video talking bad about me. You see, people don't even know me and want to sit there on the internet and talk about me. You know? That's why I'm not as helpful as I used to be with people. That's why I'm quick to tell somebody to get lost. Say, fuck you. Go figure your own life. Go, if you're being gang stalked, good. Go figure it out. Go look at Andy B. Andy B doesn't sit there and complain about other people. Andy B's dog gets poisoned. He gets beat up and shit and has to go to the hospital by his neighbors. He doesn't complain about it. You know, go deal with that. Go get framed for a crime you didn't commit and get laughed at and mocked and have drugs put in your food, you know, when you're out eating with your family, and sit there and get harassed and followed around and see how it feels. She only got one video up. I challenge her to go make 20, 30 videos and see what happens.